Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Redshirt Down, and this is the series Trash to Treasure, where I show you just how easy it can be to play the best format in all of Magic. And for one of you, that's especially true. I'm planning on giving this cube away for free to one of my viewers located in North America. I'd like to open it up worldwide in the future, but for right now the cost is still too prohibitive. All you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment in any of the videos of the series, and I'll pick a random viewer in a few weeks. This is the last episode of the series where I get this list down to a clean 360. I recorded the entire process over here on my YouTube Live tab. It's about 2.5 hours of me talking through every single decision. First, I started with the lands. I knew that I wanted somewhere between 60 and 70. 5 of each guild, and whatever other fixing that I could drum up. I didn't know until going through that I found a lot of deserts, and decided at the last minute they'd be worth trying as well. If you're looking for an easy and cheap upgrade, buy the whole cycle of duels from Thunder Junction. They're deserts, and they deal damage to your opponent. But otherwise, this should be the first area where you start spending money, as lands allow you to cast your cool spells. There are plenty of budget lands that'll make this experience better, from temples, buddy lands, pathways, and pain lands. Next up, the multicolored cards. You don't have to keep this section even, but I did. There should only be a few per color per pair, as these cards do have a tendency to wheel. I chose 3, as every pair had at least 3 good cards that I think enhance the environment. One more note on the gold section. In many cubes, designers use this section, as Wizards does, signaling what you'd like your archetypes to be. This isn't that. These cards should work well within their color pairs, but you shouldn't believe that because I added an Oni Cult Anvil, that Artifact Aristocrat is a supported deck. Now we're on to the artifacts. The first thing to go were the Power Stone shards. There may be a cube for them, but this certainly isn't it. I also pulled out a couple of 3-mana rocks as well, just because I don't think they do enough in a 1v1 format. After that, I culled a few more cards that weren't pulling their weight until I got to an even 35. I wanted something divisible by 5 so that I could completely color balance the rest of the cube. Again, something you don't, as a designer, don't need to do. I just wanted to give the next owner a nice base to build off of. Finishing up the first stream, the creature spells. I approached each mana value one at a time, often just cutting the entire pile in half. Did I get rid of some great cards here? Maybe, but I feel the ones remaining were better, more fun, or more cohesive to the themes in the cube. Part of the difficulty in cube curation is removing cards. When you're in the building stages, everything seems like a good idea. Then, one by one, you have to remove cards that you like, love, maybe you already thought about how it would work in the perfect deck. The great thing about cube is, you can always build another around those cards. Another day, another stream. Here I needed to start with the non-creature spells, as there are a lot of redundancy of certain effects, especially removal. The redundancy is good, but again I'm trying to get this list down to a clean 360. Some of the things I also chose to remove were hanging archetypes, cards I thought may have had an archetype that just didn't develop. The biggest of these were enchantments. In my combat cube, I run a suite of enchantments as bit players, because I've got a small enchantment theme woven throughout. When I was first going through the white cards, I saw a few of the same players, so I added in a bunch of mediocre spells that now have no home. A few more cuts here and there, and some sections were close to done already. So we go to the wide view, and really debate what each card is doing and if it's worth it. This is, by far, the hardest part, as these cards have already passed many rounds of cuts, and I, for one, am really attached to what I've been building. But in your cubes, feel free to use the Maybe board, a feature in Cube Cobra where your recent cuts or wants to add can live. My favorite cube card of all time, Booster Tutor, even uses it in both of my more drafted environments. That's gonna finish our cubing adventure, at least for now. Did you play along at home? And how did your cubes come out? I'd love to hear that you were inspired to take out your leftover cards and build something unique with them. I'm going to leave the contest open for the next few weeks, closing on May 26th. After that, I'll list all the names on random.org and let it find someone to gift this cube to. I've already purchased the second lot right there, ready to start my second series. But I think I'm going to wait a few weeks, as there's some other ideas I'd really like to try. Things that are a little different, but as people interested in cubes, I hope you'll enjoy. Subscribe, so you don't miss out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.